Hi guys! As promised, a while ago, I wanted to make a video to compare the America Truck Simulator versus the Euro Truck Simulator 2. And because I'm a big fan of this franchise, I've managed to play both games. It was at one time whereby the both games I spent exactly the same amount of time in terms of number of hours played. And I'd like to make a comparison video between the two. So who would want to watch this video? Maybe if you're playing America Truck Simulator, and you're wondering, what is it like to if you play, Euro Truck Simulator 2, or vice versa, because there's a Steam kind of like a discount going on, and wondering whether you should just do it the other one as well. So this video is for you to at least get some expectation, something to think about if you move from one version of the game to another version, all right? And it's just about that, just on the progress itself, the experience, the journey. And I played both games, and at one point I played both games roughly about 82 hours from the Euro Truck Simulator 2 as well as America Truck Simulator. I think the main difference, if you look at the two franchises, is that of course Euro Truck Simulator 2 being benefited for 3 years with 2 DLC and has a much larger map. Well, that's important because when you take a high distance kind of job, you are being rewarded with more money, more experience point as well for you to level up. America Truck Simulator 2 though only have 2 states as it's being launched, and Arizona free DLC is upcoming in about maybe 1 to a couple of months time from now. So in a way, America Truck Simulator is a lot smaller in the map, also distant travel as well. There's no real DLC. All these DLC on the stage are just like part of the main game. But I'm hoping that there will be more DLC being add on as time goes by across the whole entire America. My dream is to drive the Route 66, and that'll be pretty cool. And the American Truck Simulator also location are pretty spread out. So for the European version, if you visit a town, everything is just very close to each other. Even if you go to a petrol station or gas station petrol station in Europe side of the game, the rest area just behind within the petrol station itself. But as for the America Truck Simulator, it's not always the case. Sometimes you have to maneuver out into some other motel kind of thing to stay in a zone whereby you can rest. And then also the location are very spread out. Even if you pick up a job, you may take a while to get to that job. You may drive for another hour or two just to get the job that you want to deliver goods, cargoes, right? So, but I think to compensate between the main difference between the two, because one is Europe, while the other is America that's growing in terms of from a game-wise, time seems to accelerate a lot faster in the America Truck Simulator. So I think anybody who first move into American Truck Simulator would probably realize that, oh my God, how come I need to rest so fast? Or, how come things just go so fast? 10 minutes or 20 minutes you can complete a job. While for the European Truck Simulator 2, you may spend an hour and a half or 2 hour driving in real life to sort of get to a destination. And in another word is that the American Truck Simulator also award a lot more XP in the sense that they are hard parking. So you have easy parking and sort of like medium parking, and sometimes you may have a hard parking that would reward a lot more experience point compared to the European version. So if you look at the European version, just look at my launch pack. The 82 hours of real gameplay translate to only about 56 hours of playtime. I do not know how this one works. Maybe at the menu, it doesn't really count as the actual gameplay, or maybe sometimes I leave the game on, I go and wash dishes and come back and continue playing. It doesn't count as gameplay, which is fine because Steam would probably register as time spent. And also I think sometimes when I need to save a game, and when I need to reload a game because I want to explore other options, or I may have made some mistake in some of my truck or whatnot, then probably those are not being taken into consideration. But for 56 hours of playtime, according to my launch pack, it is actually translated to about 64 days of game time. So, there's a number of days there. And I managed to get 3 large and 2 small garage. And, what it really means is that 3 large garage has 5 slots each in the large garage. Small garage only have 3. So, and I have 21 trucks, and I've made 69 delivery. But if you compare the America version, and my level is just one level lower, so it's very comparable between the two. But also similar play time, but the game time, the days on the game time is a lot higher. It's 90 days. But I only have one large and 3 small garage, so in terms of the number of trucks, it's actually a lot lesser, and I make a lot more delivery. So what it really means is that if you look at the absolute amount of time travel acceleration, because in this game it's pretty smart. If you are in the highway, times accelerate faster compared to say when you are in town, right? Or you are inside a petrol station or gas station. So I think if you compare the time acceleration from the two games, based on the fact that in America version I've clocked in 90 days of game time versus 64 days in the European version, it's actually 40% higher compared to European version. So American version time go faster. Not only that, the distance travel also is high as well. It's 180%, means 80% more. In terms of the mile itself, it's a lot more. So why would that be the case? Now, of course, in the European version, I drive the truck speed limit, while in American version, I become more skilled. I do the car kind of like speed. But also, I think in American version, you saw like there's a lot of long straight road and a lot of highway or freeway. And with the time acceleration kind of thing, I think it clocks in quite a lot of miles or kilometer. And but if you look at the estimated asset, meaning that it just count the home garage, the size of the garage and the trucks itself, then in European version, my asset is about 4.47 million euro in my sort of like company over there. But in America version, I only have 2.84 million. In this game, there's no currency conversion between the two. So, for example, to buy a garage is 180 euro in the European version versus $180 in the American version. To buy a truck as well is roughly the same, like 120 euro, 1,000 euro versus thousands, kind of like America dollars. And so in sort of like if you compare the two in terms of the buying garage and so on, they are roughly the same. So I compare just like apple to apple. So in a sense, I get a lot more achieved in the European version. So what does that mean when you compare the ATS versus the ETS2? From a progress point of view, is that the leveling experience is very similar. Time accelerates faster in American version. Also, the company grows a lot faster in European version. And but at the end of the day, I think many people say that this game is just a reskinning from the European version into American version, which I kind of strongly disagree, because I play both games in two way. I think that the whole design philosophy of the American version, whereby the town is a lot of detail, the asset is really there, where you pass through a town is memorable. The town is huge in some of these bigger towns like Las Vegas, like San Francisco. Those are really huge towns where you can feel getting by different places, sort of like require you to travel for quite a fair bit, and there are quite a lot of like roads that are quite interesting as well for the American version. So. But for the European version, of course, you have this whole entire vast land whereby you spend like in real time, in real life, like an hour or an hour and a half just to drive to one destination to another destination. You feel more accomplished that way. So if you move from a European version to American version, you'll probably feel that suddenly everything, the time passes a lot faster. You feel that you progress a lot slower in terms of asset, but then your level is similar, and you realize that you do a lot of delivery, A to B, A to B, A to B kind of thing, because distance is a lot shorter as well. So that's provided that if you move from the European to the American version. However, if you started with the American version, you move into European version, suddenly the whole time kind of like slow down. Now, it could mean good or bad, because a lot of us who are from the European version love the fact that you have to spend a lot of time playing this game just to get to the destination. But I've actually tried to sell this game to some of my friends who say, "Are you kidding me? You're going to spend an hour and a half, just to deliver cargo from point A to point B." But the American version, as you see in the video, 20 minutes, 40 minutes at most, you can get to somewhere So for those who enjoy the kind of instant gratification, then European version may suddenly become like, oh my god, everything is so like a vast kind of thing. So I think both version is very interesting. Both versions are also very different. My recommendation, if you like to play this game, just play both. But do bear in mind that you are expecting some kind of different in progress and overall experience. All right. So see you next time. Goodbye.